Hi everybody, Jennifer Hatfield here with Therapy and Learning Services with your weekly study skills and life skills tip. And this week we're talking about how to talk to teachers and professors. I don't care who you are or how old you are, anytime you have a teacher-student relationship, you are going to feel that anxiety and intimidation talking with someone who is your teacher, right? So I want to share a little bit about one of my coaching sessions with a student that I started coaching about 4 to 6 weeks ago. He's a college freshman. He had a math test last Tuesday and he approached me during our session and said, Jennifer, I really need some help with something. I feel like I prepared well enough for this math test. This is the first math test I've taken in this professor's class, but I don't feel like I did really well on one particular question. And he said, and quite frankly, I feel like they never really went over that in lecture. And so he said, I just want to know if you feel like it's appropriate for me to approach her about this. And I said, yes, definitely. It is never a bad idea. Listen to me. It is never a bad idea to talk to teachers and professors, ever. But you do need to polish your delivery and the manner in which you approach them. So I first suggested that he needed to wait to get that test back and see if it was actually an issue. Secondly, I asked him how he prepared, because I wanted to make sure that he actually had prepared well enough for the test. And for all intents and purposes, he had. He had done online practice tests and quizzes, started several days before, doing a little bit of review, making it an active, engaging study session. But he just felt like this one was difficult. And he wasn't quite sure if he wanted to approach the professor in person. And so that's where email comes in, right? So you can type it out and you don't even have to send it. You can sit on it for a day. You can go back to it the next day and reread it and think, okay, does this sound okay? You can have somebody else read it to make sure you're not coming across as, accusatory. Hey, you didn't go over this in lecture, and so I did bad. All kidding aside, it's true. You really have to let some time pass so that some of that emotion calms down. So whether it's email or approaching in person, here's what I told him to do. You want to say to your professor or teacher, especially if it's a question about a test, you want to let them know, here's what I did to prepare. Hey, Professor Hatfield, I took the math test last Tuesday, but I'm just kind of feeling like, I need to get some guidance from you, especially regarding number 14. I studied several days before. I did the practice quizzes and tests and was doing actually very well on them, but I really bombed on number 14, as you know, and so I just kind of felt like I wasn't prepared for it. Can you make any suggestions for me on how I can tweak my study sessions for the next test so that I'm better prepared for them? And that's it. And guess what? They first of all are going to love that you came to talk to them because it shows motivation, right? And that you actually care. So they're going to love it. And then you're going to be on their radar in a good way. They're going to have you right here the next time they're lecturing so that they know to really make sure they're doing a good job of going over those particular concepts. And bottom line, building relationships with teachers and professors, as I said many times during this video, never a bad thing. So as scary as it is, guys, make sure you do it. Form relationships with your professors and ask questions, but do it in a way that doesn't put them on the defensive. As always, guys, if you need more help with this, even if it's just a quick tip like this in a particular situation, if you have a similar situation, please reach out. Email me at jennifer@therapylearningservices.com or visit my website, www.therapyandlearningservices.com. Take care.